Carlos Ramirez, owner of NBS Audio in Roselle, New Jersey. Today I want to talk about the DC Audio Neo coaxial carbon fiber. They're available in 4 ohms and 8 ohms. They're available in 6.5 inch and 8 inch. A couple of days ago we reviewed the factory drop-in fit. These are their competition level ones. These speakers are massive. I can tell you right now, to get them to drop in, street glide, road glide fairing requires about twice as much modification as some of the most powerful Neos on the market currently, and that's because this thing has a gigantic magnet on the back. As you can see, the magnet structure here for the tweeter is over 2.5 inches, and that's just for the tweeter portion of it. When you're installing these, don't make the same mistake that my tech did. They made the terminals, for some reason, on the tweeter bigger than the terminals on the woofer. So he put the 14 gauge wires on the tweeter, and then he put the 18 gauge wires on the woofer. So when I went to tune the bike, I immediately noticed there was something wrong. I was like, I think you hooked up the terminal backwards, and he did. So don't go by the terminal size. The one all the way in the back of the motor are the tweeter connectors. The ones at the side are the woofer connectors. So make sure you put your thick wires here, because that goes to the 6.5. Make sure you put your thin wires there, because that goes to the tweeter. These things are massive. $349 each. They come individual, not a pair like the entry-level coaxes. So you're talking $700 for a pair. They're conservatively rated at 200 watts RMS. In this test, we test them at 300, and then on my test bench, I test them at 500 watts. I guess he doesn't want to be warranting speakers and coils, so he put a very conservative 200 watts. Once you feel these speakers, you know it's not a 200 watt speaker. They can take some power. So it's a solid product. Everything that Rusty builds is high quality. It's proven, tested, so I was not surprised at how these performed. On the test bike, I threw in a set of his 10-inch mid basses, so it's got DC mid basses on a 3K, and then it's got a pair of these DC 6.5 coax carbons on a 1200. So these are receiving 300 watts each. The mid bass routers are receiving 1500 watts each. They're in stock bags, fiberglass reinforced, sealed imported. The mid bass could take a lot more power, but that's the amp that was on the bike. I wasn't going to switch up the amp, and this video is for the 6-inch mids, not the mid bass drivers. You guys already know his mid bass drivers are crazy. I just wanted to play the mid bass drivers for a little while so you can hear how these 4 speakers play together. It was only a 4-speaker bike, sound phenomenal, but really good sounding speaker, super high power speaker. I would like to see the magnet structure a little bit smaller, that way it would fit in more applications, but I think the people that are going to buy this the most are at the shop. We mix and match brands all the time. Whoever makes the best 6.9 doesn't necessarily make the best 6.5, this and that, but he has some super loyal clients that want all DC audio, and they're not going to be disappointed. They can do DC audio amplifiers, they can do DC audio mids, they can do DC audio tweeters, and they can do DC audio subs or mid bass drivers. So those guys are going to go crazy for this because it's a great sounding speaker, handles a ridiculous amount of power, has a ton of mid bass. There's nothing bad I can say about the speaker except it's hard to fit. Good looking speaker, all carbon fiber, giant magnet assembly for the tweeter. This speaker is completely overbuilt, which means it's going to perform really well. Being overbuilt doesn't necessarily mean good performance, but when you have a guy like Rusty putting something together and he overbuilds something, you know it's going to sound good, and it's going to play well, and it's going to last. But check out the video. We put it through its paces. 2 thumbs up. I really like this speaker, and $700 for a pair is a very fair pricing of something of this power handling. Check it out.
Now here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep it down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. Well, listen carefully to the sound of loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad, and the stillness of remembering what you had and what you loved and what you had, what you loved. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Now here I go again. I see